Welcome back, it's Melanie, your She Shed Scrapper. So today I am back with a one-page layout using the Echo Park Dream Big Little Guy collection. This is new to me and I think fairly new in general. I am going to be using a green background page. This is just out of my stash. I did go ahead though. I knew I had some solid colored paper from Echo Park and quite a few of the colors actually matched. So I was really happy. I think I have 3 other papers maybe that match this collection as well. So I am going to be using a colored background, which usually I will stick with white, but I really like the way that the green looks, I guess, in the end. So what I'm going to be doing is I took, I guess, a chance on this collection. Some of the things I think are maybe too little for my boys, but I thought that I would use enough of it to get my money's worth, especially the papers. So the papers are, at least one side of every single paper is a pattern that I love. So that's kind of one of the things that deciding factors, I guess. Will I use all of this paper? And I decided that yes, I will. And there was enough on the sticker sheet that I thought I could get away with using as well. So this layout here, I am actually going to be doing different strips of paper in the background, different widths, different lengths, and kind of stagger them across the background. I kind of wanted to incorporate a lot of the different colors and the patterns that I love so much of this collection, and I thought this would be a great way to do it. I end up using 3 4x4 photos and then a 4x4 cut apart, and I had this idea in my head and was really hoping that one of the cut aparts would work, one of the 4x4 cut aparts, and there was one that said, "You are my best friend," and I couldn't be more happy that is what the 4x4 cut apart said. So the pictures I'm going to be using, you've seen them already, but I do scrapbook for each child, and if they're in the same photo, then most likely I'm scrapbooking the same photos twice, and that's the case with these ones. The other layout I did ended up being kind of a grid design, and so I will try to remember to link that up above for you because the layouts are quite different. I used Cocoa Vanilla Studio collection for that one, and I did end up cutting those photos down to 4x4 as well. So I was thrilled that they can go 4x4, and then that makes it easier to get 3 of them on one page. So you can see how I cut them different widths and staggered them throughout the page. I had this idea of kind of angling them in the middle, kind of into a square almost. And you know what? Sometimes ideas don't look the way that you envisioned, and that's okay. So I played around with it for a little while and decided I really didn't love the way that they looked staggered, I guess, or crooked within a square, but I knew I didn't want to just do a square in general, if that makes sense. So you can see here, I'm trying to kind of play with them, see how I want to place them, but didn't love it. So instead, I decided I am going to kind of see if I can, not stairs, but almost make it look like stairs coming down, I guess. Kind of stagger them a different way. They're still straight across, but different heights on the page, I guess, maybe. But then didn't love how the cut apart looked on the bottom right for some reason. I think I had this in mind to embellish down there, and I thought it would be too busy if I left that on the bottom. That's not the bottom right, the bottom left, sorry. So instead I just changed that and added that to the top. I did back that with one of those Echo Park papers I was telling you about at the beginning of the video. Just wanted it to kind of stand off the page a little bit more. So you can see here, I am just going to stagger them coming across. that's the reason. So you can see how there's a bigger open space on the left-hand side of the page now. That's why I moved the cut apart to the top. So I did have that space to embellish, and with it out, it looking super busy. So I did end up buying one of the ephemera packs as well, and decided to use 2 of the frames as anchors for my embellishing. I probably could have gotten away with cutting that one on the left. Darn it. I might have to go back and cut it so I can use the little bit for a different one. I'm not sure. But then I set this goal in mind to use stickers or embellishments that I wouldn't normally use. I am such a themed scrapbooker that, like tractors and airplanes, they should be on using a picture where my kids are playing with those things. So I set this goal in mind that I was going to use icons, I guess, that didn't really go with the picture. And I am not mad about it. I like the way that it looks. I went to my stash to look for some flares from Scrap and Happy Studio and did a little happy dance when I found a pack that matched perfectly. I actually end up using 2 of them on this layout. One of them is over by the tractor. It says play and explore. And then this little lion, it like matches so perfectly with the lion in the collection and the colors. So I'm actually going to use that lion down at the bottom. I think when I initially bought this pack, I thought I'm never going to use those lions. I don't really know how I would use them, but realizing that it matches so well with this Echo Park collection, I definitely will be using those up. So I just added a couple of phrase stickers to the left-hand cluster there, and then some stars, added some stars to the cut apart, and then a little word bubble that says wild to the bottom cluster, but tucked kind of that little tail, I guess I'll call, under the frame there. So this, I guess, finishes off the layout. I hope you guys enjoyed. I will link this collection down below. I believe it's available at a Cherry on Top and scrapbook.com. So grab it if you are interested, and I would love your support there. I hope you guys enjoyed, and we will see you next time. Bye, guys.